Hey amazing artists, or shall I say, bonjour amazing artists. Mrs. Parven here. Just because we can't be together in the same room doesn't mean we can't make art together. I'm outside because this week's theme is going to be all about making art in nature. There was a group of artists in the late 1800s led by the artist Claude Monet called the Impressionists. And they were really the first group of artists to actually set up their materials outside and make art outdoors. That's called plein air, which means outside. And I can't wait to show you some of the activities that we're going to do inspired by this group of artists. Here's a picture of Monet's water lily pond located at his home in Giverny, France. You can still visit it today. This pond inspired many of Monet's paintings. Let's get inspired too. Okay, so for choice number 1, you're going to be drawing from nature. You're going to go outside and find a spot in your yard, in your neighborhood, at the park, and look for things that you think would be a really interesting thing to draw. It could be a whole landscape, or it can be one small thing in that landscape to focus on. Using pencils, crayons, whatever you may have, you're going to try and recreate that object on your artwork. Let's get started. The first thing you need to do is find a good spot wherever you are. I've chosen this flowering bush in my backyard, and I'm just going to start doing a rough sketch of it. A huge part of nature drawing en plein air is to use your observation skills and draw what you see. The other thing that most Impressionists did was they would work very quickly to capture the moment in time, sometimes at different times of day, other times at different times of year. Once you have your rough sketch, you can start adding more and more details. Keep going until you have a sketch that you really like. Maybe you don't like it at all, and that's okay too. You can start over. And then if you have something to color with, you may want to start adding the colors that you see. This plant is just starting to bloom, so there's some very soft pinks and greens as the leaves are starting to bud. The cool thing about nature drawings is there's no right or wrong way to do it. Here's a sketch that I finished of a little crocus that was coming up in the garden. Have a lot of fun with it. Choice number 2 is you're going to research some famous paintings by Claude Monet. One of the things we know about him is he would often return to the same spot over and over again and paint the same subject at different times of day or different times of year. What I want you to do is look at one of his famous paintings that show the different seasons or times of day, and then you're going to make your own version of that using whatever materials you have. Here's some photos of Monet's famous Japanese bridge over his water lily pond. Notice the different color schemes. These were all done at different times of day and different times of year. Here are some different examples of artworks that were made inspired by Monet. This one was done with chalk pastel and a glue resist. Here's one of the haystacks, done all with crayons and colored pencils. And this last one was done with crumpled up tissue paper and glue. Look at the texture, I love it. I can't wait to see which of Monet's paintings inspires your artwork. Choice number 3 doesn't really count as an Impressionist project, but it is a nature project done en plein air outside. It's going to be inspired by the British sculptor Andy Goldsworthy, who makes these amazing sculptures out of things that you find out in the open, whether it's rocks or seashells or sticks. Let me show you, and we're going to give it a try too. It's really a lot of fun. Here are some of Andy Goldsworthy's sculptures made just out of leaves. Aren't they incredible? He works only with objects he finds in nature and then arranges them in interesting ways, often in concentric circles, to create these visually beautiful patterns. I've gathered some dry leaves, pieces of bark, dried grass, and some pine sticks that were on the ground to start making my sculpture. Keep arranging and rearranging the stuff you found to make really cool patterns, just like Andy Goldsworthy. If something doesn't work, try it a different way. I can't wait to see what you're going to make. Don't forget to send me pictures of your artwork. Stay awesome, keep smiling, and know how much I miss you. Bye.